Hi, this is Nicole for DJ Mag Indonesia, and we're here at the ADE in Amsterdam. I'm sitting here with Lost Frequencies at the Armada boats. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I just had a conference with Armin and Ben. Ben, I don't remember his family name, but I'm sorry, Ben. And it was really cool because we were like 10 years difference between all the artists, and it was like a meeting of three generations, and we all had like our point of view on the situation, on what's going on right now. How did you become what you are now? And it was really cool. I was a bit afraid because it was my first time I was doing a conference for ADE. So yeah, it was really cool, and so I'm here right now.
And could you tell us a little bit more about the man behind Lost Frequencies?
Yes, I'm Felix Delat. I come from Belgium. I'm 21 years old, and I like music.
Very good. And could you tell us, what is the Lost Frequencies style?
Style music. It's like the genre music it is. It is. I like to call it. Be ready. I like to call it indie dance because I went to California for 6 months, and there a lot of people are listening to indie rock. The guy in my house, he was listening to indie rock, so he introduced me to this kind of music, and he explained me like, yeah, indie rock, all those guys, they're making rock music in their garage, and they release it on the indie label, stuff like that, and really like independent. And I was like, hey, this is a bit like me. I'm working alone on my computer. I'm doing dance music, but I'm doing all alone, and I was like, this is indie dance. I like the concept, so I just called it indie dance.
Well, it's a nice name for a different style.
Yeah, because it's funny because dance is more like commercial music, and call it indie dance is a bit like contradictional. So I think it's funny also. So I like it.
And you're one of the youngest rising stars in the dance scene. How did you get involved with music?
Well, my father gave me a computer, and then I started to make music with it because I always wanted to try to make music. I didn't even know how you were supposed to record something, so I checked it. It was really weird. I checked it out on YouTube and some videos, and then I was first in GarageBand, then when I was in Reason, then I was in Logic. That's what I'm still using now. And the always a change from a program to another was really weird, but it's always because I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do with the program I had, so I was always changing. At some point, I arrived to Logic, and now I'm able to do all I want to do. Like when I want to do something, I can do it. You know, when I want to chop something and change it or add something to it, I can do it because Logic is like really open program, and you can just work whatever you want on it. So and then I started to make my music, remixes, my project Lost Frequencies, and then suddenly it become big, and you don't know what happens, but it's cool.
And is Logic the only program you use at the moment, or?
No, I also use Ableton for when I do live. So I for the promos, radio stuff and TV, I'm doing like a kind of live show for Reality and Are You With Me. So I made like a whole live thing, and with the push, I'm doing like all the beats, and the guys are playing guitar, and the singer is singing. So I like it because that's really like the concept of indie dance, like like there's like an acoustic guitar, one singer, and me on the laptop, and that's the whole deal. I think it's not usual. It's not what you usually see, and it sounds good, so I'm really happy with it.
Your track Reality, featuring Yannick Devi, is one of the biggest tracks that's known worldwide. How did you come up with such an idea like that?
Well, I first have to say that I'm really surprised when you say that, because Are You With Me was already so big. I never expected in my life that Reality would become like even, let's say, bigger than Are You With Me. So I'm so happy with that, and because I was really scared to be like a one-hit wonder. And yeah, I got a demo from Yannick. He sent me a demo on Facebook, and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And I was like, hey, this sounds cool, let's work on it. He sent me the parts, I worked it out, I sent my version, and then he said, this is it.
And did you two knew each other?
No. He just sent me like a message. I get a lot of demos on my Gmail and on my Facebook. I try to check it out, everything, but I get really a lot of demos. And this one was pretty cool, so I just said, let's do this.
Right, let's try, and it became a hit. What can we expect from Lost Frequencies in the future?
Well, I'm working on a lot of tracks right now, I hope I will be able to release an album, because I love the concept of an album. It's really like, then you have you really have like your artist concept, putting it in the ground. Like, this is an album. I worked on it. I worked with other artists. It's a whole work thing. So I'm looking forward to release it, because I also have a lot of tracks that I really like, and I really want to share it with everybody. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's nice, because an album is yours. You made all the songs.
Yeah. I made a lot of tracks by myself, instrumentals, and I worked with a lot of singers that are not known. So, I mean, and then when I show them to the guys, they're like, why don't you use someone who's famous, because you can now? And I'm like, I don't know. I just hear this voice and I like it, so I work with the guy, and I don't really care about who he is, And that's at the end, that's what I do. I like to make music. So.
Here at DJ Mag Indonesia, we like to talk about Indonesian stuff. And do you know any Indonesian dish you like?
Okay, dish. I have to check out. I cannot overlap and say something else from another country. I never went to Indonesia, so and I don't go often to Indonesian restaurants. So I don't think I have like a favorite dish from Indonesia. I'm sorry.
Do you have anything to say to the Indonesian fans?
Well, actually, I don't know how far my tracks were going in Indonesia, but if I have fans there, I want to say thank you for the support, and I hope you guys like everything that's coming up next, and I hope I will come soon to play there.
This was Nicole for DJ Mag Indonesia with Lost Frequencies. We hope to welcome Lost Frequencies very soon in 2016 in Indonesia. Thank you.